Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we will be doing the tutorial on how I weather my wheels. So there's only two ingredients you actually really need, depending on what look you want to go for. Because I'm just going for a dusty, deserty look, so I'm using European Earth by Ammo. As you can see, I'll show you later, but it's a really nice looking pigment, and it looks really good. And odorless thinner, and you're going to put that in the cup, but I will show you that when we get to that stage. But if you wanted to do something darker, you could use the dark earth pigment, which looks like that, and it's a bit darker and it can look a bit muddy, or you can get other pigments. I do have two more on the way, and they are the Ammo North Africa and sand, I think. That's what I think is coming anyway. So what you do with your wheels, you just paint them as you would usually, and then just varnish them, because obviously you put a thinner on there, you don't want to ruin all that paintwork. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here we are, just with the European Earth. Put some of that in there. Alright, that probably won't be enough, but we can always add more to save waste and product. And I'm just going to use a old thinner, which is a bit dirty, because it doesn't matter what colour it is, it's just I don't want to ruin my nice new one, which I use for cleaner jobs. And now you just want to put a bunch of this thinner in there, stopping occasionally just to give it a little mix. See how the consistency is. As you can see, that's a bit too thick, so you just want to add a little bit more thinner. And also, a key note is to cover your workbench with paper towels, which is what I've done here. And a hairdryer is really good for speeding up the process. Nice little mix. This should be enough, but I'm just going to add one more drop of thinner. There we go. That's looking good. Now you're just going to grab your wheel, get some of the mixture on there, and just go everywhere. Don't have to be neat, just get it everywhere. Make sure to get it in all the bits of the tread. And if you don't, you can always go back after you've done this. And it's also good to have your wheels on something. So I've just got blue tack and cocktail stick, and that's just really good at keeping it in place. So now let's do all the other ones. Already needing a bit more base. It won't look this messy when you knock it all off later, so just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter what it looks like now, as long as it's just everywhere. Oh, it's coming off the wheel. Off the stand. Just to make some more paste up quickly. I'll be back in a minute once they've all been covered up with dust. So here we are, they're all muddied up nicely, and so I'm just going to hit them with a hairdryer. But one thing I forgot to mention is that you need to use an old brush. This is an old brush I use all the time for this, and it's good for just getting it on there. So yeah, don't use a nice brush because it will mess it up. So yeah, let's go get the hairdryer on these, and I'll be back when they're all dried. Here's what the wheels look like once they've all got the thing on them. They do look less they look brighter in person than they are actually on camera. But yeah, that's how they look now. I'll just have to knock it all off and then we'll get the final result. All I get to knock it off is just the cotton bud. I'll just go like that. Because all you want is a general dusty look over the actual like sidewalls. You don't really want it like all thick on there, you just want general dust build up, but it'll be stuck in the treads. And the stuff which is in deeper gaps, you just get a brush and just brush it all out. Obviously I will tidy it up a little bit more later, but to see if it suits the vehicle or the diorama. But there it is. Let me just do all the others. Here they are all knocked back, and once put on the vehicle I'll just tidy them up as I said earlier. And obviously that one there is the spare, so he won't be as dusty as the other ones because he's not been on the road. Let me just put these on the vehicle and I'll be back.
It's not a game, it's a